Hello and welcome to today's Monday Update. Now, this past weekend we were blessed to hear a sermon from a guest preacher from around the world, Pastor David Erber, a missionary in Africa, a missionary that St. Luke supports. We got to hear a video sermon by Pastor Erber. What a joy it is to have the technology that God has gifted to the church to be able to hear the word shared around the world. Also, this past weekend, our confirmation students decorated chalices in preparation for confirmation next month. What a neat opportunity for our young people to creatively express their faith, through the creation of those chalices that will then be used in the worship of the church as part of the communion service of the church. Now, in our worship on Sunday, we heard this from John chapter 20, the words of Jesus, when Jesus says, "Peace be with you. As the Father has sent me, even so I am sending you." Thinking about the priorities of Jesus after the empty tomb. What did Jesus do after the resurrection? He did a few things. Jesus made sure that he was witnessed by others. Scripture tells us over 500 people witnessing the resurrected Jesus, people touching his feet, touching his hands and side, seeing him, watching him eat food, knowing that Jesus is clearly, truly, fully alive, risen. So Jesus was witnessed. Jesus reconciled. In particular, Jesus reconciled with Peter. Peter denied Jesus 3 times, but 3 times Jesus forgave him, reinstated him, reconciled with him. So being a witness or being witnessed that he was resurrected, reconciling, and then also peace. Peace was a priority for Jesus after the resurrection. Time and time again in the resurrection, we hear Jesus approaching his disciples and saying, "Peace be with you." So through the cross and through the empty tomb, Jesus brought peace. But that is a peace that he shared with his disciples, that he shares with you and me. But Jesus also sends us with that peace. He says, "Even so, I am sending you." So you go out into the world with peace. Not your own peace, the peace of Jesus. Now, that is a peace that we get to put into action through our words and through our deeds. So let me encourage you this week to bring peace into this world by what you say and by what you do. And through that, the world will come to know the peace and the power of the cross. Well, something exciting to tell you about for this week. We are coming to the culmination of our Together for Tomorrow capital campaign efforts. By now, you've been hearing what the projects that we have in mind, what we're doing through this capital campaign. We've had congregational forums to learn more about what all it entails. We've also had youth events, all kinds of different things so that we can understand how we are working together today for tomorrow. So this week, you are going to receive at home in your mailbox a letter, and that letter will explain sort of how we get to take part in this endeavor. There'll be instructions in there, and then also you'll find a commitment card. And let me invite you to spend some time in prayer, reflecting on the ways that God has blessed you through the congregation, but then also spend some time in prayer to consider what would be your commitment to Together for Tomorrow. A commitment that we make, we then fulfill on that commitment over 3 years, and that's a commitment that we make over and above our weekly tithe. The instructions in that letter will explain you can fill out the card and then return it at either of our campuses. There'll be a clearly marked box where you can return those commitment cards. And we ask that you do that sometime between now and May 7th. May 7th is when we'll have our celebration Sunday. And together we can rejoice at together how we have committed to plant these seeds so that tomorrow the church will be thriving as it is today. Now let me invite you to watch this video highlight, this video that's highlighting the ministry opportunities and our community impact that makes Together for Tomorrow so important.
St. Luke is a place where Christians gather to know the peace and the power of the cross, as one church in two locations. St. Luke is a vibrant place, no matter which campus you call home. In a given month, nearly 500 people gather to worship across our two locations. Christ Campus is home to English, Swahili, and Arabic-speaking brothers and sisters. But St. Luke's impact doesn't stop within our church walls. Members also share Christ's love in the community. The Bundle Blessings Diaper Ministry gives away more than 1,000 diapers each week, as well as children's Bibles and clothing essentials to children and their families. Vacation Bible Schools shares the good news of Jesus with over 250 neighborhood children and families each year. Through the Coat Bank Ministry, the church supplies more than 1,000 coats in a year to those in need. The community kitchen regularly feeds 35 people in a given week. Through our Little Lambs preschool, and with Bible classes for all ages, not to mention Bible studies throughout the week, St. Luke is working to teach everyone about Christ's love. Your contribution to Together for Tomorrow, Standing Firm for the Future, will help St. Luke have fully functional and well-maintained facilities for these vital ministries. We invite all members, friends, and supporters of our ministry to participate with joy and thanksgiving for all that God has entrusted to us.